Hey, what is up? It's me, Raid, and to do the first method slash whatever you wanna call it is to come into the corny complex area and go towards the top left part of that area. Make sure you guys get a gun or two just in case, because in Team Rumble they have patched it and made it so that you there it's like really messed up. The map is messed up. So to do this, all you have to do is run towards the top left area and then start gathering cabbages. If you have supercharge XP turned on, this becomes a lot quicker and it gets you a lot more XP. But if not, it's completely fine. You can go ahead and search. It gives maybe 115 per cabbage if you have supercharged, and if you don't, 25. So suppose you take maybe 10, like 100 of these cabbages, which I'm pretty sure is fairly possible. So if you take that many, it's gonna be around 2500 XP just by coming into the cabbage field and gathering all these cabbages. Once you have done that, there is another glitch. I mean, not the glitch, a method where you can go ahead and get a truck right around Corny Complex. Inside, it's gonna be there, and then the next step is to drive through the cornfields. You're gonna be wondering, why is this? Why do you have to do this? It's fairly, very simple. What's gonna happen is that the corn is gonna drop down all on the floor, so that you can basically pick all of them up, and it's gonna give you XP. Similarly, just like how it gave XP for the cabbage. So if you're the survivor of the Carney Complex area, you can basically um, do this glitch over and over again. The problem is a lot of people are landing here just because it's a new spot and there are mythic weapon which you can get out of here. So you need to make sure you are safe and secure before you actually do this. And in Team Rumble, it's kind of very, like, it's really difficult to do this because of the storm which has been messed up by the game. But otherwise, it's fairly simple. What I've shown in the video, you can do these two methods at the same time. So for example, if you get about maybe like maybe 50 corn, that's gonna be about 25 into 50. You can do the maths, gonna be 120 1250 XP. Fairly simple. Here is the third method where you can get AFK XP. All you have to do is go into creative and then stay AFK wherever you are. You can do this once every day. 1.5 hour counts, and so what happens that every 15 minutes you get XP. So that means you can do this for basically 15, 30, 45, 100, 35, what am I saying? Like around 5 times. You can do this basically 5 times a day. So whatever you do 5 times, it gives you 25,000 XP every 15 minutes. So if you multiply that by 5 times, it gives you 125,000 XP. And if you have supercharge XP turned on once again, it gives you even more XP. Let's multiply that maybe 5 or something, or maybe less than that. Whatever the thing is, it gives you more XP. You all get the point. Now here is the next one where you can do this glitch. The fourth method is a glitch, and it's fairly limited. What I've read from one of the comments is that you can do up to 5 times. I don't know if it's true or not. You can check it by yourself, but you can gather a full inventory of all items and then get an additional item on the floor. And then once you have at least 2 pieces of meat, you throw 1 piece of meat on the ground, swap the weapon with it, and then all the rest of the pieces are gonna go to the one which you dropped earlier on the ground. So you can keep on repeating this. So you throw a piece of meat, pick up the additional item. The rest of the meat goes into the piece of meat which you threw earlier, and it keeps on happening. You keep on doing this, and it's gonna count towards your challenges. And you can complete basically long-term challenges which take you a lot of, like, a really long time to complete this quicker. I'm pretty sure it's not patched, and if it is patched, just let me know in the comments, and I'll update you guys with it in the pin comment if it gets patched. Here was the fourth one. Now here's the fifth glitch where you can do swimming in the water. So what happens is that before you start battle bus starts, you can go ahead into the water and start swimming. It's gonna count towards your challenge, which requires you to swim a certain amount of distance. Even though you're in the battle bus, it's still counting towards your challenges, which is pretty easy and simple glitch. I think it happens like 2, 3 times. I'm not really sure how many times. You can also do this by gliding. Some people said the gliding one was patched. Others said it has been working, but I'm not sure. You can check it by yourself. Team Rumble, that's why I didn't include in this video. Go into Team Rumble, and over there, right before 3 seconds before the battle bus begins, you start gliding after building ramps up to the sky. Now here's a sixth method, is just by basically playing Team Rumble. It's very, very straightforward. What happens is that you get a lot of XP by just by playing Team Rumble, and you can keep doing this. In Team Rumble, you can do other stuff as well, where you could get cabbages and stuff. But the problem is Epic patch, and like they didn't patch it. Basically, they changed how Team Rumble works, where the storm is already enclosed before you even land on the ground. This prevents many other stuffs like XP route, cabbage farming, corn farming, whatever it might be. Whatever the case is, it prevents all that from happening. So this is fairly limited, but if you can get a hang of this, like where if you're doing some task on the side, you can just keep running the game, and then eventually, like in the middle, you just make sure you come ahead and engage with the game, and then go back to what you're doing. It's gonna count towards your XP and gonna give you XP. Like here, I lost the game, yet it gave me around 15k XP, as you can see from the screen. I think it gave me even more, maybe around up to 20k, just after like just by losing. So if you won, you would get more XP. The seventh method is to do a XP route. Usually, if the team rumble was normal and it's fairly easy to get to this area, you can do this exact XP route. I'm not going to show the whole XP route. You can check that out on the top right hand corner of the screen. And if it's not there towards the end of the video, I'll make sure I'll link it on the screen for you all to click it and watch this video, where you can follow this XP route, which is probably the fastest method to loot Pleasant Park. And once you loot Pleasant Park, it gives every time you open a chest, ammo box, ammo crate, whatever you want to call it, it gives you XP just for doing that. So you can follow that. As I said, and you can get a lot of XP. And then once you loot all this area, maybe find a couple of people who are landed here, kill them, get that XP as well. Once you get that, you can leave and start all over again, because if you leave, your progress still counts towards your XP levels, and you don't have to worry about anything. This was the seventh method. Now we're gonna get into the eighth and final method, is just by basically doing quests. Quests give a lot of XP, and I think maybe they received a buff in the recent season. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure. You can check it out. But previous season, I think it gave a little bit less XP. Now it gives more XP. I'm not sure. Check it out. But you can do daily challenges. Apparently, on my screen there were 24 hours left to do complete challenges, and one of them gave me 45k XP. So you can do those, and then there are the normal weekly or whatever quests they are. I don't know, but these quests give you XP as well. So make sure you do them. Try to find glitches. Like previously, there was a glitch where you could go ahead into battle labs and do it. So you can subscribe to my channel with notifications on, so if something similar to that comes out, you can be notified about the glitch as soon as possible. And then there is the one where you can actually go into blue versus red LTM, and once you're in the blue versus red LTM, what happens is that you can actually kill people with the guns, whatever guns are available over there, and it counts towards your challenges. It was there earlier. I'm not sure if it still works. You can test it out by yourself, but you know, Epic Games are patching these glitches real quick, so I make sure I try to keep my information as accurate as possible, and make sure the content in the video is actually working for you all. Only post such content for you all. That's it. That's all you need to know. Thank you all for watching. You can enter the $10 gift card giveaway right in the pinned comment. Check out the Dank Memes playlist as well. I'm gonna leave it linked in the pinned comment and in the description. Thank you all for watching. I'll end it here, and I'll see you all later in the next one. Peace out.